Good morning. It's what is today? February the 18th, Monday morning. I just want to let you know that everyone successfully completed the quiz by Saturday night at midnight. I do thank you all for getting that work done. One of you went 11 seconds longer than the 45 minutes allowed, and I went in and made an adjustment so that you have a grade for your quiz this morning. I'm pleased to report that the grades averaged 96.5 for the entire group, with a range of scores between 88 and 103. So I believe that that represents, as a whole, you have read and understood the materials and have been able to translate that back into a fairly comprehensive quiz of those materials with a heavy focus on population, secondary, primary, and tertiary care prevention activities. There were a couple of questions that people asked me about, and so I wanted to respond to those. There was a question about breast self-exams. Would that be a form of primary or secondary prevention? The correct answer is secondary prevention. The other question that people asked about that was problematic for a handful of students was the issue of latex gloves, using latex gloves. And the use of latex gloves is really to prevent the development of allergies to gloves, so that would have been a primary care prevention. The third question that students had questions about, and I'm going to have to turn to read this one so I get it right, the shift from a society with high fertility and high mortality to a society with low fertility and low mortality is referred to as a demographic transition. And that's really reflected in our ability to reduce the deaths from infectious diseases in this country. So for those that had problems with that, I would just encourage you to go back and read those specific areas in your text that apply to that. So for the next 2 weeks, you're working fairly independently. If I look at our syllabus here, where is our syllabus here? There's our syllabus. Weeks 6 and 7 are epidemiology. There are some lectures from the UNC School of Public Health that you'll be listening to. We did identify about 2 weeks ago that there was a problem with the links to one of those websites, and that has been corrected. If you experience another problem, just let me know. But there will be no journals due this week, and there are no journals due until actually March the 4th. When you'll have one journal due at that point. Once that journal is submitted, then we're going to have a bit of a spring break. It's hard when you're taking an online class to realize that there is a break, but there is a break, and I will be probably doing some catch-up work. I imagine that some of you have submitted papers to our online discussion, and I need to get back and take a look at those policy alerts, and hopefully you've begun to post, because we're almost halfway through the semester, and you do remember that per our syllabus you do need to have a policy alert posted, I think before the second week in April, so double check that with me over the next weeks. I think in large part, your journals reflect a good understanding of the material. Some of you have identified some specific problems, and we're trying to have some face-to-face or phone-to-phone contact to address those. If any of the others in the room feel like they would like to have some face-to-face or phone contact, please let me know, because I'm more than willing to do that. One of you stopped by last week and said hello. Always, if you're in the building, please feel free to do that. Hope the week goes well. Again, week 6 and 7 are focused on epidemiology. And if you have questions, let me know. And I'll be back next week with a video. And again, as always, if these videos are helpful, if you'd let me know that. If there's something else that you think we could get from these videos, let me know that too. My best for the week ahead. Thanks a lot.